Hey guys, so I wanted to talk a little bit about resources for undocumented students here in Utah. So one of the biggest resource centers we have is called the Dream Center, and their offices are located in Salt Lake. There is one at the University of Utah, and there is one at Salt Lake Community College. Um, these centers are open to anybody, not just undocumented students, anybody that's looking for resources, international students, non-resident students. They have two websites that you can visit, and I will post the link for those websites under this video. And then I'll also post a link to the blog where you can find more information about resources for undocumented students. Some of the questions that arise when it comes to being undocumented and living here and being a high school student here, number one question is, can I go to college? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can. Um, there are only two states in the South that unfortunately do not allow students to go to undocumented students to go to a public college, but any other state you are allowed to, including Utah. Um, and Utah does have a House bill. It's called House Bill 144, which they passed a while ago, that allows undocumented high school students to pay in-state tuition. Um, in most of the country, in most states, undocumented students have to pay out-of-state tuition. There are quite a few states that do have House bills or laws like here in Utah, where undocumented students are able to pay in-state tuition, which is great because out-of-state tuition is twice as much as in-state, and you don't want to have to pay that. Um, so in order to be able to qualify for in-state tuition, you would have to have um, gone to a Utah high school for at least 3 years and graduated from a Utah high school. And then there is on the application, when you do the waiver, they ask if you are in the process, or if you will be in the process of becoming changing your status to a legal status. And then the way they word it can be scary and confusing, but basically what it's asking is, when the opportunity comes for you to be able to, get your documents, will you? And the answer is always yes. We all know and are aware that right now that's not the case, because there's literally nothing out there for students to do at the moment to be able to become residents or citizens. But when the time comes, obviously, um, the answer will be yes. Of course, I will legitimize my status here in the U.S. So yeah, so the answer is always yes for that one. So don't let it scare you. You can answer yes with confidence and knowing that you're answering honestly. Um, and yeah, so those are the three questions they ask. Did you go to the Utah High School the last 3 years? Did you graduate from Utah High School? And will you, you know, legitimize your status when the opportunity arises? And that's all you have to do to be able to pay in-state tuition. The other question I get, or concern that I have, um, that has come to my attention, is the whole DACA situation right now. So we know that it's kind of up in the air. Nothing is certain. We don't know if DACA will continue or discontinue. And there are some students that are discouraged to go to college because they feel like it's a waste of time, because they won't even be able to work or apply their degree. Um, and they feel like it's best if they just get like a regular job. Um, but my personal advice as a college access advisor is that you got nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, let's DACA is discontinued temporarily, and you go to college and you graduate and you can't use your degree here. But there are other states where you might be able to, and other countries where you will definitely be able to. So you're not trapped. You didn't waste your time. Like, there are options. And then the best case scenario is DACA continues and you got your degree and you're ready to work, and you did it. So you can't lose. Like, a degree is something that nobody can take away from you, and you will definitely be able to utilize it anywhere. And as far as financing your education, unfortunately, here in Utah, undocumented students don't qualify for state funds or government funds. But there are a lot of scholarships out there. There's scholarships, and every university offers scholarships that are open to everybody. Some universities have scholarships that are specific to undocumented students or DACA students. And all private scholarships, so like all the scholarships you find on these different scholarship websites, you can apply to. Um, yeah, so I mean, there are a lot of options, and then, it's not ideal, but if you have to get a student loan, then that's okay. I had to get a student loan too, so it's a lot of people get scared because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be in debt when I graduate. But if you're smart about it, if you try to apply to as many scholarships as possible and do whatever you can to pay as much as you can out of pocket with whatever scholarships or money you have saved up, and then you only have to get a baby loan, do that. That way you're not in like a $40,000 debt when you graduate. But yeah, I mean, there are definitely options. You can also talk to the financial aid office or your academic advisor at the university. Some universities have payment plans where you can pay throughout the semester. There are options, guys, so you're not limited. Don't be afraid, don't be discouraged. You can definitely go to college, you can definitely pay for college, and you will definitely be able to use your degree. So yeah, so and if you guys have any questions, you guys know where to contact me, email me, and I will be more than happy to help you with any other questions you may have. All right.